Well, Liverpool's ride through Europe has hardly been rip-roaring, has it, this season? It's been like a broken-down jalopy at times, but they've somehow got here, and somehow they have to find a way through, find that class, find that character, and crucially find those goals. Not one, but two required in these next 45 minutes. If it is only one, it's extra time. If it's none, they're out. Simple as that. And if they concede, and of course they have to win by 2 clear goals tonight, so then they'd have to win by at least 3 goals. It's not looking great at the moment, is it, from Liverpool's point of view? But how are they going to improve in this second half, John Scales? Give us hope.
Well, I think Stan touched on it just before we came back to us. They've got to get in more advanced positions. They've got to get the 2 fullbacks into those wide areas. That means that, for me, Morales and Lucas in midfield have got to start winning the knockdowns in midfield and get on the ball earlier and higher up the pitch. And they've got to get the tempo going, get this crowd, the famous, Anfield crowd, Liverpool crowd here. They can be that 12th man, and they haven't had a chance really to get behind the team.
They were behind them at the start, weren't they? And then it's got lulled into this kind of ho-hum kind of atmosphere as Liverpool failed to prosper in those opening 45 minutes. Under a little bit of pressure here. Away by Martin Skirtle. Carroll looking to joust with Paulao, but the ball was nowhere near them, so Carragher pumping it forward again. Morales, here's Cole. Johnson just behind him in support. Lucas, hounded all the while by Leandro Salino. So back to Carragher. Wilson. Carroll with a flick, and here comes Count. Cole's up there too. 3 in the middle now. Can Cole pick one of them out? Johnson's arriving towards Carroll, just over his head, despite the climb. And away by Allen for a throw-in, but that's the lift the Colt needed.
Well, that's the lift. That's the areas they've got to get into. Get the ball down, get it wide, get the crosses in. That's what Carroll's going to thrive on and kite in there.
Wilson. Just skimming off the top of Alberto Rodriguez's head, but here comes Cole, tucking it in. Away by Silvio. Skirtle. Count. Rodriguez just ahead of him. It's a square ball towards Morales. And here's Allen. Paulo Cesar, 21-year-old Brazilian. Looking it out to Silvio, Portuguese international, just a 1 cap to his name so far. Johnson. Almost found a tight angle through. And he has put it straight out of play for a Braga throw here. He was hoping it'll go, and eventually it did, but he was taking a bit of a risk there because, as we keep mentioning, Dirk Kuyt will run and run and run. He chases every lost cause, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and he knew what the keeper was going to do. He was trying to get him to draw a foul.
Already a bit of time wasting again here by Arte. You picked it up in the first half, didn't you?
Yeah, they're going to slow the pace down in the game, as much as they can. It's not just about time wasting to run the clock down. It's also about to take the tempo out of the crowd, kill the crowd off. And Liverpool.
Cole, Count, Cole again, Carroll, was he offside? Yes he was.
Yeah, but straight away you're thinking he's a yard offside. I mean, I think we'll see it again, but he's made that sort of straight run in.
Just couldn't... And he was offside, wasn't he? Yeah. They've got the Liverpool supporters just on the edge of their seats, if not quite often. Johnson with a challenge. Here's Cole. Morelos. Rodriguez back to his goalkeeper. Sure-footed enough, Arthur. Seven Brazilians, as there were last week, in this Braga starting lineup tonight. They only have two more Portuguese players in their side than Liverpool do. Braga supporters are enjoying what they're seeing so far. Their side, as it stands, maybe moving into the final eight. Carroll looking to take on Alberto Rodriguez, but the central defender has done a decent job. I don't think Carroll was too interested. I think it was more Paolao who wanted.
It was Carroll. Carroll shouldn't have done what he did. I mean, I think he's going to get booked for it. It's a wild lunging, kick when he's not going to get the ball. He's kicking out in frustration. Probably lacking just that match fitness. Has just shown he's not sharp to outrunning, and it's the frustration. And shouldn't have done it. But that's where you see, the reaction of the Braga players. They're obviously going to run to Carroll, confront him, and try and get the booking, possibly a sending off. And you don't like to see that. It was a rash challenge that he shouldn't have done. It's a wild swing. He shouldn't have done it. You can see his frustration there in the way that the game's going in this opening 6-7 minutes.
Fabio Capello and English is having a little chat about that. Wouldn't have done it in our day, would they? So Anfield remains patient at the moment, but I rather feel that patience will get a little thinner as the night goes on, unless Liverpool can find a response to the predicament they're in here at the moment. Trailing 1-0 on aggregate. One goal changes it all around. The whole atmosphere will switch. Here's Count. Johnson. Off the boot of Sylvia. Liverpool throw. It's Cole. Still battling in there. Count. Carroll. Behind Wilson. Has to retrace his steps. Skirtle. Looking to put Liverpool back where they were. Carragher. Count. Carroll. Might fall here for Maxi Rodriguez.
Yeah, it's a difficult one for him to hit. Really difficult one. He's got to get on top of the ball. But again, that long ball, it's going to pay dividends, but it's sort of how you'd see teams playing in the last sort of 5-10 minutes of the game. Ball getting up there early. They are causing them problems, and you're right. It just needs that one goal, and I think Liverpool can go on. But that's the big question: can they get that first goal?
Well, two teams on whose season tonight is vital, really. If you are in the camp of Liverpool, are not going to get fifth place in the Premier League this season. Braga certainly have little to play for in their domestic lead. 6 at the moment, long way behind first and second. The Europa League for both these teams is the competition from here on in. Who's going to grab this tie by the scruff of its neck? Here's Lucas. Skirtle. Carroll. Here's Maxi. They're finding their passes here. Need to find incision too. Skirtle, Count, Wilson. There's a decent spell of possession, but what can they do with it? Carroll. Oh.
Right idea, they've got to be patient, keep the ball, draw Braga out. That's what they've got to have, that movement to draw the players out, because they've got Bandino just sitting there in front of the back four. It's 4-1, 4-1, and they've got effectively 5 in midfield. Very, very difficult to play through midfield when you've got those numbers to break down, but that's why they're going long, Liverpool. But they just need a little bit more movement, and then we saw Joe Cole drifting into that central area. That's what I want to see more of from here.
Cesar. Well, Liverpool are hoping to change things tonight. You're not necessarily over-convinced by the bench they've got either, are you? Daniel Pacheco, David Ngog, the two main threats in terms of coming on in an attacking position, but neither of them have been over-convincing in Europe or elsewhere really so far.
No, that was my concern, looking at the team sheet before the game.
There's Rodrigo Lima trying to crash one in, but Moreles blocks away.
Kites. Is he coming off?
Silvio. Johnson as well to get ahead of the man and get the header away. Foul for the challenge on Maxi Rodriguez, so Liverpool have a free kick here. It's a Braga team that's never won on English soil, by the way, at 5 attempts, 6 attempts, 5 defeats and 1 draw. But of course they don't have to win here tonight. This scoreline suits them well enough. Carroll.
Yeah, they're working hard, Braga. Instantly 3-4 players around Carroll there. Made it very difficult for him to get the ball back to Glenn Johnson down this right-hand side.
The Copper again chanting the name of Dalglish, and he is one man on the bench who might make a difference if he came on tonight. Johnson. Luis Suarez, by the way, if you haven't already picked up the fact, is cup-tied. That's why he's not available for Liverpool tonight. Carragher. So Liverpool players either side of the defender, but it was the defender who got it away in the first instance. Here comes Count. Moreles! Unmarked. But no control on the header.
No, it's a poor header. I think what he had to do was generate some pace, from the cross, because yes, he's got in a good area, but here you'll see when the ball's cut back, it's knocked in, but he's going to have to do something special from that range with the ball. It's a poor effort at the same time.
Here's Johnson. Cole. Bandino with a header down. Allen sending it out to Miguel Garcia, who has Count on his case straight away.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw Silvio, the left back. As soon as Joe Cole went out wide on this right-hand side, bang, he was straight at him, closed him down very, very quickly. If not, they've got that flat back four. Bandino just sitting in front of them, and at times you see Carroll, standing up front with Kite, and then if Cole and Maxi Rodriguez go up and stand flat, that falls into the hands of this Braga side, who are well drilled, they look well organised, and they've got the bodies in there, with obviously the emphasis that they don't need to go and take this game to Liverpool.
Allen taking a tumble over the outstretched leg of Raul Moreles. No great shakes in Europe, Braga. Not over-convincing domestically, only one domestic honour in their history, and that was back in 1966. But here, a chance to progress at the expense of Liverpool. Rodrigo Lima is finding a way down that byline, but he has won his side a corner kick.
Yeah, I think this is the frustrating thing, this Braga side. You know, yes, they're well organised, well drilled here this evening, but, you know, they're protecting lead, asking all the questions of Liverpool. Liverpool, you've got to come and, you know, break us down. You've got to have the movement, the capability to do that. And Liverpool aren't doing that at the moment. And they're not a great side, Braga, and I think that's adding to the frustration here at the moment.
Here, Vaiana with a corner kick here on that left foot, but comfortably away, and then the shot, it took a deflection, and the flag has stayed there, down there for Allen. Well, that was a comedy of errors, wasn't it? It took a deflection of Paulo Cesar. Allen, according to the linesman on the far side, was onside. Well, this was a moment that almost left Liverpool with red faces.
Oh, I'm amazed he hasn't given it offside.
He was offside, wasn't he?
Well, in that split second, maybe a technicality that he's just about, but surely he's got to give the benefit, because by the time the ball's really being played, it looks a yard off.
So they're playing with some verve here, this Braga team. Leandro Salino. Well, they're giving things away there. Did that go out to the penalty area? It must have done.
No, I didn't think it did, actually.
Pushing the back of Carroll by Paulo.
Yeah, that's an easy one for the referee.
The only two players on yellow cards here tonight. So Liverpool have about 28.5 minutes to score one goal to take us to extra time, to score 2 goals to put them definitively in the last 8. Does it start here? Morales with a little chip in. Carroll wandering after it. A lunge by Skirtle. Carroll was quite definitely offside when he got his touch.
Yeah, this is where the pressure starts to mount. The frustration starts to.
Pressure and frustration for Rangers as well, because they remain 1-0 down. Remember having drawn 0-0 in the first leg in Eindhoven, and they find themselves a goal behind still. So it's been a really disappointing night for British clubs in the Europa League so far. Is the tide about to turn? Carroll and Allen are involved in a bit of a tussle. They've got up and parted company, so that's good news. Here Liverpool continuing to attack. Johnson. Throw-in. And up goes the roar again. Just a little lax from Johnson. Carragher. Skirtle. Carroll was about 20 yards offside as that ball came towards him. Morales has won it, but unfairly.
Yeah, it's just all a bit tip-tappy, isn't it? You know, they're just not really getting the ball down, getting their foot on it, giving a strong pass. You know, it's frustrating to watch at times when you just think, do the simple things really, really well, effectively.
Here's Silvio. Vaiana. Silvio. Little glance up, then delivers. Over the top of Allen. As you mentioned last week, the second Brazilian we've seen this season in this competition called Allen. There was Allen of Salzburg, who played at Manchester City, and tonight Allen of Braga, playing against Liverpool. Here's Morales. This is Cole. Johnson. Anfield is losing its patience. Wilson striking it long, but Carroll and Couch were looking in different directions to where the ball was coming from.
Yeah, just all a little bit too predictable. They're playing into Braga's hands, you know, when they've got that City midfield player, back four look comfortable.
Celino. Cole. And back came Paulo Cesar, and all too easily has won the ball back for the Portuguese side. Morelos. Liverpool looking to kick-start something here. The old jalopy is running on empty just at the moment. There's an air of tension around the Kop and around Anfield generally at the moment, and frustration in equal measure. High towards Carroll. Here's Johnson, Morelos. Johnson can't get there first. Braga on the counter-attack, at which they are so adept, by the way. So there's danger here for Liverpool. Rodrigo Lima. Carragher claims it was his ball, and he's got the decision. Very adamant claim from Jamie Carragher.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, Kenny's going to have to make a change sooner rather than later, I think. He's got Pacheco, a lively little player, he's got and go. Maybe Jay Spearing can come on and, local lad who can, inject some energy into this game. He likes to, pass and play the ball forward early.
Here comes Cole. Carroll's trying to hold his line and hasn't. Kiev through, Benfica through, Spartak Moscow through, Twente through. And Carroll, well, maybe he was through, and the flag was a little erroneous on that occasion.
I'm just peering over the side here, looking at Steve Clark talking with Kenny Dalglish. We saw them at the start of the second half, in a big discussion with Sammy Lee.
Well, there's no lack of tactical nous down there.
No, between those three, there's some years of experience.
It's just the blokes on the pitch and the blokes sat behind them, whether they've got the ability here to pull Liverpool through. Johnson. Here's Cole. Skirtle. Carroll started a long, long way away from it, so it was always a forlorn chase for him. Paulo back to his keeper. He was forced into a little bit of a mistake there by Carroll's perseverance. Sure what was being said there, but we got the impression that Kenny Dalglish was telling the UEFA official, stop being so petty and watch the game.
Well, he's standing right in front of him there, isn't he? Just
Carragher. Count offside. Oh, major groan. All around Anfield again.
Yeah, the crowd here, I've played here many, many times, and in this sort of game, the crowd, you feel the tension of the crowd feel the tension of the players, and it's a sort of surreal situation to be in, because the tension just mounts and mounts, and it's got to take the players to really spark this change. If it takes Kenny to bring on one or two players, I think it needs something at this stage with 21, 22 minutes to go.
There have been some marvellous moments at this ground over the years, haven't there? Some real rushes of adrenaline on nights like this, and that's what's needed now. You can see all around the stadium, fans getting off their seats and barking out their frustration at these Liverpool players just at the moment. Carragher has won his side a throw. It's the youngster Wilson, only his 7th Liverpool appearance tonight, Danny Wilson. Johnson, off he goes, urged on. Cole can't gather it in neatly enough. Carragher. Skirtle. Carragher has a look. Almost touching it through for Lucas. But instead it's Allen who brings it forward. Leandro Salino directly ahead of him, but he's gone wide to Miguel Garcia. Here is Salino. He's been put down by Skirtle, which earns the Slovakian international a yellow card.
Yeah, it's a silly tackle for me, that. You know, he's always second best. He knows he's not going to win the ball. Needless challenge. And, you know, it's conceding a free kick in a, you know, relatively dangerous area. At least it's not 5-10 yards close to the goal, but they can still whip the ball in. And Braga, you know, you said about it that, you know, they are good on the break. They just leave one or two players, Alan picking the ball up in those dangerous areas. Lima on his own, leading the line very well this evening.
Here comes Vajana. It's a decent effort, and Pepe Reina would have been disappointed had that gone in, but it still took a bit of good goalkeeping to keep it out.
Yeah, he certainly had to keep hold of it because there was no Liverpool players anywhere near, and it was Palau rushing in to get the fumble if there was going to be one.
Looks like Braga are going to make a change shortly as well. Kaká, the central defender, is primed. It's obviously a very defensive move by their coach Domingos Paciencia, but there might be a little bit of interest there with Andy Carroll, given the history of last week. Kaká's elbow catching Carroll flush in the face, that might liven things up. Here's Maxi Rodriguez. Lucas. Jay Spearing is also showing signs of coming on shortly. Johnson slips his man, early ball in. Oh, Morales on the stretch.
Well, that was it. It was Jamie Carragher. That's the ball you need to just punch in there. Is it Morales who's down injured?
He's hurt himself, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's injured himself down the box. But Carragher with that crisp, strong pass that I was talking about, straight into Johnson on the right-hand side, and he played the early ball in, and that's, I think, the first time we've seen really, really quick movement of the ball, quick delivery in there. There, get your chance, half a yard and you get the ball in there.
So a couple of changes here. David Ngog and Jay Spearing, hoping they can liven things up for Liverpool.
Substitution for Braga.
Before that will happen, Braga will make their change. Kaká is coming on, and Vandinho, the central midfielder, is the man who's going off. And one or two boos from the Liverpool supporters, knowing exactly the personality who's about to come on here. And they are taking their time. And he's going to get a booking for that. Vandinho, the skipper, plenty of experience, knows exactly what he was about there. And so too did the referee. And the goodbye present is a yellow card.
Yeah, he's had a comfortable night in front of the back four.
Just wonder how comfortable Kaká's night's going to be.
Well, you know, this could be the spark that, you know, suddenly gets the crowd going. You know, hate figure from the first leg, the elbow on Carroll. Suddenly that just might liven up the place around here, and here we're going to see Spearing and Go come on.
So the changes here, in fact Liverpool haven't had the chance to make their changes, but it looks like Joe Cole and Maxi Rodriguez will be the two who are coming off. Spearing and Ngog, of course, the two are coming on eventually, but they've had to retreat a little.
Yeah, I've been disappointed with the two wide players tonight. I think Joe Cole's put in a good effort, commitment's always there. It's just the quality at times for me hasn't been there, the touch isn't quite there. He's got to get matches under his belt. And Maxi Rodriguez, another one on the left-hand side. I think I've been disappointed because it's left really, I think, a huge hole for Lucas and Morales to fill in midfield. It's been very, very difficult for them to contain things, and they've sat deep as a consequence.
Well won by Skirtle, but they're given away. Kaká was there to win it back. Here he is again. Vajana. Braga's throw. Liverpool are going to be allowed to make the change here now. Maxi Rodriguez, replaced by Jay Spearing. And although Joe Cole doesn't know it yet, he's going to be the other Liverpool player to come off. He's been given a sign now, and David Ngog will come on for him.
Second substitution coming on, number 24, David Rago. Leaving the field, number 10, Joe Cole.
Yeah, Morelos will come out to the right-hand side. I think Spearing will go into the middle. I think you'll see
here's
Parte
Allen.
on the left.
Just beginning to threaten again here. First touch by Spearing as a defensive header away, and the follow-up shot was rather woeful.
Yeah, so it's Ngog and Carroll up front. Gun just dropped onto the left-hand side. Morelos pulled out to the right-hand side, and Spearing and Lucas in the middle of midfield. Got to get that delivery, got to get that quality. It's been lacking for this, 75 minutes of this 90 minutes so far, 15 minutes to go.
There was the refrain from the cop. Attack,
attack.
attack. And Liverpool respond. Here's Ngog now. This could be quite a substitution. Down he went.
That was a great challenge.
Was not interested at all.
That was a great challenge in the box.
Carragher. Rain. Here's Skirtle. Now Spearing. Long ball, looking for Ngog to chase in the channel here. Garcia puts it out, but just something a little different now for Braga to think about in defence. Boys, it needed it. Wilson, Carroll with a header.
You've got to remember that those diagonal balls that are hit into Carroll, he's phenomenal in the air, but he's still got a lot of work to do to get those away on target.
What price Carroll, 89th minute, extra time.
He's put a great shift in here, considering he's just come into the side. Just those two appearances, United and the weekend as a sub.
Given how careful and cautious Liverpool have been with the return of Andy Carroll, they certainly won't want this to go to extra time and him having to play for a full 2 hours. The conundrum for Kenny Dalglish is he's not really able to take him off because he's the main threat, isn't he? Throw-in's quickly taken, and Ngog has picked up his position. Straight at the keeper.
Yeah, but that's better, much better. You know, just pick the ball up, get the throw-in early. Ngog's done well, you know, he's looked lively and bright. Closed the ball down, chased lost causes. It's just in the first 2-3 minutes, and you know, that just makes a psychological difference to the team to get on that front foot.
Forward by Skirtle. Bayana. Allen. Johnson. Little tickle inside the advancing Paulo Cesar. Ngog. Trying to find an impossible ball through. Skirtle. But they're being urged forward again here. Wilson. Up to Ngog. Certainly has been involved since his arrival. Couch lifting it towards Carroll. Headed away by Rodriguez. Back to Couch. Can't test the goalkeeper. He nearly tested the linesman. Well, the football tonight hasn't been rip-roaring, but I tell you what the film is. The Order coming up after we finish tonight. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Charlton Heston, JCV at his best. Big bangs, lots of fighting, and I bet he wins today. I'm going to spoil the ending, but I bet he wins today.
I'd settle for extra time, I think. Get that postponed for another day. Have some extra time. 12 minutes to do it.
Spearing. Cat. Carroll over his head. Morelos looking to pump it back in, hitting the back of Silvio, and here comes the corner. And 30,000 voices reach a crescendo all at once. Is this next moment going to lift them even higher? 6 in the box. Morelos puts it over. hit by Spearing. And he hit it hard, but couldn't hit the target.
Yeah, I think it's better from Liverpool. You know, obviously Braga are just going to sit there, be patient. You saw at the corner there, zonal marking. Got some big bodies in there. They've come with a very disciplined, organised approach to this game, and so far it's paying dividends for them.
Minutes and counting. Domingos Paciencia has already written himself into Braga legend there, coach, having taken them to second in the league last year, to beat Liverpool in the Europa League and into the last 8 of this competition, making him even more of a celebrity in northern Portugal. Wilson. Carroll, Spearing, Count, Lucas, Count, back towards Lucas, asking too much and thumped away from danger by Alberto Rodriguez, not quite making the connections here. Here's Carragher. Tippy header on. So Dirk Counts. Someone will play off the defender, so it is a Liverpool throw here. 8.5 minutes and counting. Wilson, knocked away, but not definitively away. Allen. Another Liverpool throw. But for all the possession they're having here, they're not really threatening this Braga goal at the moment. Skirtle. Here's Carroll. Here's and God on the chase, got pushed over. It's not seen as a foul, it's simply a throw in here for Braga. And a yellow card for Morelos, presumably for the complaints he made.
Well, you can understand that in a way. I mean, the defenders come in and pushed him over in the corner for me.
Wilson, Count. Here's Count again.
There again, the closing down, the closing down from Braga.
Oh, Count's done well to work his way through here. Little chip across, and God was trying to creep in, but away by Rodriguez. Wilson, back to Count, 3 in the middle. Wilson again, deflected for a corner. Liverpool have 6.5 minutes. If it's going to be their night, they are leaving it late. Will there be a grand finale?
Substitution for leaving the field, number 18, Lima, coming on number 19, Alberto Mayor.
Making a substitution here as well, Braga, just to try and take the sting out of the situation. Rodrigo Lima is the man who's going off, the main man up front, and Albert Mayonze is coming on. Eventually. Second change of the night for them. But Liverpool have this corner kick here, which Morelos looks to measure over. Carroll with a header, hits the back of a defender. It was going goalward, and it hit the defender and bounces away. There's still a chance here. Skirtle was onside, and the keeper makes a wonderful save. So twice Liverpool have had their chances.
Well, Carroll's was going in, and did he just delay that? I mean, it was awkward, it was bouncing, got his shot away, the keeper did well.
Lucas, offside. Well, they've had their moments. They've had their chances.
Well, that was the one. Came in, towering header.
Oh, it's his own man. It was Dirk Kuyt
headed
heading
hit
it.
Dirk Kuyt, yeah. Thought it hit him on the back of the head. And then this was a great chance. He's tried the scissor kick because the ball wouldn't come down quick enough. Just that chest didn't get it down and under control.
5 minutes remaining. Neil.
No, I was saying before, Braga have closed down very, very well, made it very difficult for Liverpool in this game.
Here's Carragher. Liverpool's problems in Europe this year, amongst them their lack of goals. Moreles and Gog. Desperately away. Salino can't find Allen, instead it's Wilson. Carroll wide on the left. Liverpool throw. Spearing's lost it, so here comes Mayong. Salino will look for the free kick and will get the free kick. If nothing else, it wastes a few more seconds here.
Yeah, worried about Skirtle then.
Another change here. It looks like it's Masoro who's coming on.
Yeah, that's a free kick over the far side of the pitch, so that could waste another minute or so. Time really is ticking down now.
Salino will be going off. Carroll with a header on. Spearing. Lucas. By Rodriguez. Well, it's not long before we have the one final fling here. 2.5 minutes to go. Carroll. Here's Wilson. This is Skirtle. Backwards rather than forwards. Now it goes up. Spearing. Lucas. Here's Ngog, making himself available, finding himself in amongst a host of defenders. Goes behind Johnson. Carragher. Pepe Reina taking his time here before eventually hitting it up towards Andy Carroll, who got a little flick of the head, but not the way he wanted it to go. And it's a Braga free kick again.
Well, there'll be wild celebrations from Braga if they hold out for a 0-0 and go through. This will be a huge scalp for them. Most successful team that was still left in the competition, Liverpool, come back from 1-0 down, I think 8 out of 12 times when they've come in to return leg in Europe. This is going to be another one.
Substitution for Braga. Coming on is number 8.
Finally, they make this the final change here. Leandro Salina coming off, and Masoro, the man who won the penalty last week. A challenge from Skirtle. That was Kyriakos, wasn't it? Kyriakos who tripped him up in the penalty area. Here is Skirtle. Spearing. Count. Offside. Well, how many times has he been offside in this tie? Not just tonight, but last week as well, Dirk Kuyt.
Yeah, you've got to look across a line much better than he has this evening and last week. You know, certainly when you've, you know, the whole game, we've said it clearly up here, you know, they've played a very high, straight, flat back four.
Well, we've 30 seconds left to play of the 90. There are going to be 4 minutes of extra time. Steven Gerrard looks tense, doesn't he? Just as everyone else inside Anfield is tense at the moment. The lights are going out on Liverpool's European campaign. Soro, Lucas, here's Ngog.
It's poor.
There'll be a minimum of 4 minutes.
There's the confirmation, 4 minutes of stoppage time. There's the response from the crowd. Is there going to be a response from those in red on the pitch? Well, just at the moment, it's Mayong who will have a go here. Might as well. He's as anxious as anyone at the moment, Paciencia. 4 minutes of concentration, that's all he asks from his team. Carroll with a header. Ngog. Morelos. It's a free kick for Liverpool. Morelos desperate to get on with it here. Not quite everybody forward just at the moment. Pepe Reina remains in his own half. Jamie Carragher remains behind Morelos, but everyone else is up and around the danger area here. The Kop will take a sharp intake of breath here as Morelos prepares to tee this one up. Morelos chips it in. Oh, just over the head of David Ngog. Agonising.
Convinced he was going to get
agonising.
a touch. Convinced he was going to get a touch here. So all it needed was the faintest of touches. It's been a very difficult evening for Liverpool. You know, we've seen them play, you know, Chelsea, Manchester United, you know, up for those sort of games. You know, when the emphasis is on them to, you know, in a game they're expected to get a result, play the way you'd expect them to play and break a team down, they just haven't been able to find their form, the movement, the quality this evening, and they've paid the price for me, not being able to show some better invention and quality, certainly in that last third this evening.
Wilson taken down. 1 minute and 40 seconds to go now. Pepe Reina sent everybody forward. I'll take this, fellas. You get up there. You get up there. So here comes Reina. What's his delivery going to be like? Ngog is the man who gets the touch. Carroll was lurking. Lucas chips it back in. Header not convincing. Carroll's battling away. Chipped away, but only as far as Johnson. Defenders are rushing to him. And Johnson's lost it, but it has gone out for the throw. Carragher. Count. Carroll. Mayana easing it away to safety. Count. No foul. They'll just bring it forward, and in the final minute, all they'll look for is a corner surely here. Allen will just hold it up and invite Liverpool players towards him. Liverpool desperately need it back here, otherwise it's fading away. Kaká. Well, there's a goal kick. But is there time? Is there time here for one last Liverpool moment? Or is it their last hurrah in Europe? It's not looking good. Vaiana. Morelos chipping it forward, but Carroll gave up the chase because it was a long way ahead of him. He must have run himself out of energy here tonight, and that is that. It's a huge upset for Braga. Let their celebrations begin. But Liverpool are down and out. Kenny Dalglish's brief European campaign is over. It's been a night of utter disappointment for all those in red at Anfield tonight. The bragging rights with Braga. Liverpool are out of Europe. We'll have reaction coming up next.